mystery, and all mysteries need to be solved.
Come join us in our quest to solve the mystery of Gravity Falls by listening to me and Arissa, who have already seen the show, and Maya, someone who's completely new to the wondrous town of Gravity Falls.
We hope you enjoy this episode. Episode 4, The Hand That Rocks the Mabel.
Okay, so this is a special episode of the podcast. We have a guest.
Yeah, that's me. I'm so special.
Yes.
So special.
Yes. So this is Arissa. She is our friend that goes to school with us, and she is going to be commenting on the episode with us. So just like me, she has already seen the show. So remember, do not spoil anything for Maya because she has not seen the show.
I'll try.
Okay then. So.
Okay, are we ready to start watching the episode?
Yes, but before we do, before we do, the episode is called The Hand That Rocks the Mabel. What do you think of that?
Oh, right. I mean, I don't know. I'm thinking, I feel like I always say something like this, but maybe like a Bigfoot thing. I don't know. I feel like it has to be something pretty big for it to be a hand that rocks Mabel. I'm thinking like rock a baby. I don't know. So it would have to be really big.
Okay,
No
then.
offense to like Mabel.
So, really quickly. So in episode 2, I pointed out to you that there was something on the newspaper. Do you remember that?
I remember you saying something about it, but I forget what it was.
Well, yes. So that thing on the newspaper is actually what I guess you could say monster is in this episode. So, Arissa, what do you remember this episode?
What?
Do you remember this? Yeah, do you remember this episode?
No, but I might have an idea.
Okay.
Maybe.
Sorry, what?
What?
Sorry, what were you saying?
I didn't say anything.
Okay. Well, so just to refresh your memory, this is the episode about the tent of telepathy. Do you get it now?
No.
Okay. Okay. All right. So are you guys ready to get into the episode?
Yep.
All right. Here we go. Okay. So we just finished watching episode 4. So we actually got introduced to our first villain of the series.
Bum bum bum.
Yes, thank you, Arissa. Thank you for that. So are you guys ready to get into the recap?
Yes, sir. Sorry. Yeah.
Okay then. So here we go. Okay, so we get introduced with Stan, cheating people out of their money because that's what he does because he is a con artist. So he has the sack of mystery. If you put money in it, it mysteriously disappears. Whoa. And inside the mystery shack, we see the kids and Seuss watching a cartoon or something about a tiger who got hurt in an explosion, who had to get a fist surgically added to his body. And so, as they're watching TV, ad appears on TV of so it's basically a knockoff, mystery shack, area. It's called the Tent of Telepathy, and there is a supposed psychic who kind of runs the whole business. And Mabel, Seuss, and Dipper are all interested in it, but when Uncle Stan walks in, it tells them that they can't go there. They have low hopes. Although Mabel finds so Uncle Stan says that anybody under his roof cannot go under that tent's roof. Although Mabel finds a loophole and says that does a tent actually have a roof? And then she literally pulls out a loophole. So, literally, it's a rope with a knot in it. It's a loophole. And so, we get our title scene. Yay! The intro music cues.
So, after that, Seuss, Mabel, and Dip go to Gideon's show.
Gideon? Like
psychic,
Gideon.
and it turns out to be a very little man, and by man I mean a child, on stage. On a stage. He starts singing a song about how he can see what others can't see.
Let me just say, that song is honestly a great song.
Very catchy.
I can see what others can't see.
So he's singing the song about how he can see what others can't see and stuff like that. And then everybody in the whole tent, it's a massive tent, stands up at the same time. And they're all, how did that happen? Because none of them actually stood up. So it's like as if he made them stand up. So Mabel, he goes over to Mabel and he's like, I can guess your name. Your name is Mabel. And Mabel's so amazed. But what she doesn't realize is her sweater literally says Mabel on it. So yeah, Dipper does not like Gideon. But
Gideon?
Mabel
It's not Gideon, it's
him.
Gideon.
So Mabel, it cuts to a scene where Mabel's like bedazzling her face with jewels. And Gideon shows up at their house.
Maya.
Basically tries to
Maya. It's not
kidnap Mabel, but without like offering her candy or anything, you know? So Gideon says, maybe we could chat more, perhaps in my dressing room, which I thought was very, it was something.
okay.
Interesting.
Hold on, really quickly. It's not Gideon, it's Gideon.
Yeah, I was about to make
I've been trying to tell you the whole time.
Yeah, I was about to be like, first of all, Maya is Gideon, not Gideon.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Is it though? All right, Ursa, continue.
My vocabulary is trash. Go same. Okay, anyway. So, yeah, Gideon or whatever says, maybe we could chat more, perhaps in my dressing room, which is, it's very interesting, because a dressing room is a very weird place to take somebody to after showing up at their door. But, I mean, I guess it makes sense later on. So, Arissa, do you want to continue this? Yeah. So, after the whole playdate thing, Mabel went home, told Dipper about where she's been, and like Dipper is not happy. He does not like Gideon. He thinks there's something wrong with him. Or not wrong, but like has this feeling. Yeah. By the way, when Mabel came back, she had like weird hairstyle, super long nails, lots of makeup. Beautified. Yeah, lots of makeup on, stuff like that. Beautified. And, like, Mabel gets upset, like, about how, like, Dipper doesn't want her to get so close with Gideon. But, like, she's angry at Dipper because, like, he doesn't want to do all the, like, the girly girl stuff she wants to do. So, like, he shouldn't be talking, like, zip your mouth, yeah. Dipper. And so, then, like, they want to go, Gideon wants to go, Gideon, whatever, wants to go on another date. Not date, play date. Play date, yeah.
It's a normal date. He wants to go on a normal date.
No, they have another play date and, like, hang out, but then he reveals that he wants to go on a date with Mabel.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, anyway, so, like, they decide to, and they're on the roof of Gideon's factory that his family owns, and Gideon says he feels like, I think he says, like, the king or something when he's on the roof.
I have it.
What?
I have it. He says, where is it? It's right here.
Like, he feels like the king when he's up there, and that makes Mabel his queen.
When I'm up here looking down at all the little old people, I feel like I'm the king of all I survey. Anyways.
Yeah, so he says that. Gideon asks to go on a date with Mabel, and Gideon hugs her
And touches her hair. It's very weird.
and like touches her hair. Not only touches her hair, but like sniffs her hair. Yeah. And Mabel and Dipper are next scene. Mabel and Dipper are playing a video game, and Mabel is talking about the date. And Dipper doesn't like him still, but the doorbell rings, and Mabel answers the door, and Gideon is on a horse. And Mabel sees it and like immediately jumps back scared. And apparently he just brought the horse to impress her. So they go to a restaurant.
Wait, can I continue?
A date, and they bring the horse into the restaurant. Do you want to continue, Leo?
Yeah, sorry. Okay, so yeah, they bring it into the restaurant because apparently because he's little Gideon, people think nothing of it when he brings a horse into a restaurant. And so everybody practically in the whole entire restaurant is watching them, and they bring her a live lobster. And then, so yeah, Gideon starts speaking in French, and she does not know what it means. And so, back at the Mystery Shack, we see Stan with a newspaper that talks about Mabel and Gideon. Wendy says that it's a big deal on social media and that they're going to be on a date. And so, Seuss is just busy trying to figure out what a good couple name would be for them. And, so Stan says that he's going to go put an end to the shenanigans. And so yeah, he goes to his house to see Bud Gleeful, Gideon's father. Bud Gleeful talks to Stan about making a deal where they can kind of have like a collaboration in businesses and they can make double the profit. Stan is enjoying this, but we go back to Gideon and Mabel.
But by the way, the reason Stan's enjoying this is because when Stan hears something about more money, he goes insane.
Yes, and he immediately gets a cha-ching in his brain. And he also gets a cha-ching in real life because he accidentally steps on a cash register.
Yeah.
Anyways, so yeah, Mabel gets brought a live lobster, and she is not feeling comfortable with the situation that she's in. And so they're kind of just like talking to each other. And then Gideon says that the day was a success, but Mabel doesn't exactly feel that way. And then Gideon brings up a tomorrow date. And right before Mabel can say anything, she says that there was no tomorrow date in the deal. But then a macaw shows up. A literal macaw shows up to talk to Mabel. And so she's very tempted to say no, but she reluctantly says yes. Arissa?
When she gets back home to the Mystery Shack house thingy, she's complaining to Dipper how she doesn't want to go on another date with Gideon and make things more serious. But Dipper wants her to just tell him. But Mabel is too scared to hurt his feelings. But she also wants to say no. So it's very complicated. So then she makes Dipper go and tell Gideon that, like, she doesn't feel the same way.
Wait. You skipped a part. Hold on. Sorry. You skipped a part. Sorry for interrupting you. But, we also find out that, Stan has made a deal with Bud Gleeful that they're going to get married. Yep. Gideon and...
there, because that was, like, near the end.
Never mind. Continue.
Oh, okay. But then Stan barges in, like, out of nowhere after Mabel was screaming, but I don't want to marry him. Like, she doesn't want to marry Gideon. Like, I forget what. Like, what was the conversation before? But, like, she doesn't want to marry him. But then...
Did we skip a date?
Person's like, he's like, you're going to marry Gideon because of this contract they made with both of their businesses. Because they used to be rivals, but now apparently they made, like, this contract or something.
Yeah.
Do you want me to like go further?
Oh wait, I guess that Maya.
So Dipper is trying to break up with Gideon for Mabel.
Gideon.
But Gideon is acting weird about it, as if he's gonna like kill them because Dipper got in between Gideon and Mabel. And Gideon touches a magic necklace that is around his neck, and he levitates a cabinet and cracks a picture of Mabel with his mind. So Mabel says she's so glad everything is normal, but Dipper goes to answer a phone call from the news reporter.
Toby determined.
What?
Toby determined.
Yeah, Toby determined. And Toby determined tells him to like give him, because he's a news reporter. He wanted to see like hear about all the weird activity and things that have happened in Gravity Falls, and they decide to meet up at a location that night. But when they end the call, we hear the reporter say, "I did your dirty work for you. Now pay up." And
Gideon.
We're assuming it's Gideon, gives him a paper with the other reporter. What was the name, Leo?
Sandra Jimenez.
Phone number on it, and Gideon leaves. So Dipper goes to the location, and it's inside a room that looks abandoned, but then the doors close behind him, and Dipper gets locked in the room. And Gideon turns around in his chair and gets mad. And is like mad because of what happened to Dipper. Leo or Arissa, do you guys want to hop in?
I can. So, we see Gideon just sitting in a chair, petting one of his doll things. And so, Dipper is wondering why he's doing this and why he's so mad at him. And then Gideon says that it's because he came between Mabel and him, and it's all his fault. And Gideon holds his amulet on his necklace and starts lifting all the boxes and merchandise that he has and begins to throw it at Dipper. So we go back to the mystery shack and we find Mabel kind of sitting on a staircase wondering what to do because she has never been through this before and she doesn't know how to deal with, Gideon. And not Mabel, Wendy comes out to comfort her. And so even though she asks Wendy, so you've had a lot of exes, right? The whole time Wendy is really just naming her exes, although Mabel doesn't hear it as that and instead hears it as advice. And so yeah, she knows what she must do. And she begins to go to Gideon's factory. And so she arrives at the factory as Gideon is about to choke Dipper. And she goes up to Gideon and says, "You know what? I think I will marry you." Psych! You thought that was true? No, it was not. Arissa, what happens?
She yanks the necklace thingamajig from his neck, and Gideon lunges and tackles Dipper while they both go falling off a cliff. Then what else? I forgot what.
Then Mabel destroys the amulet.
Then no. Oh yeah.
Because she has to save them.
Destroy it there. She saves both of them and then destroys the amulet.
Yeah. Got a little ahead there, but that's okay.
Jeez.
Okay, then, so Maya?
So, Dipper and Gideon are flying off this cliff. But Mabel levitates them right before they hit down. And Mabel smashes the necklace and says, "It's over." So Gideon says, "It's not over." Gideon walks into his house. It cuts, and Gideon's walking into his house. and Grunkle Stan is sitting in the house, but Gideon is talking about not doing the deal that they had between their businesses. And Mabel and Dipper and it cuts, and Mabel and Dipper and Grunkle, or hold on, I skipped that part. Grunkle Stan and Dipper, or Grunkle Stan and Gideon's dad are like now fighting because like Gideon has to listen to Gideon because like he wouldn't be like he's the whole business. So they rip up the business plans and stuff, and Grunkle Stan leaves. So Mabel and it cuts, and Mabel and Dipper and Grunkle Stan are sitting there, and they're talking about what happened that day. And Gideon is using figures to imitate Dipper, Mabel, and Grunkle Stan.
And then, wait, hold on. So, Arissa, really quickly. Arissa, what happens at the very end that we get as a big reveal?
A big reveal. It turns out that Gideon has one of the mystery journal thingamajigs.
Yep. Gideon has journal 2.
Number 2.
And so we get an end credit scene with Seuss getting covered in rhinestones and being used as a disco ball. It's pretty funny. And so that caps the recap. So last but not least, as before we go on to the next segment, the code at the very end says, "Carla, why won't you call me?" Because at the very beginning, when the ad plays, during the part where they say normally where the audio goes really fast and say batteries not included and stuff like that, you can actually hear the guy saying, "Carla." Hold on, I wrote it down. Here it is. "Carla, I've always loved you, but I never had the guts to say it." And so that's kind of funny because, yeah. So, are you guys ready to go on to thoughts and feelings? All right, here we go.
How do you guys feel about this episode? What are your initial thoughts and initial feelings?
I'll let Arissa go first.
I thought it was an very suspenseful episode about how Maple would tell Gideon how she really feels.
You're struggling.
What?
You're struggling.
So when we say thoughts and feelings, we mean what's a word you might use to describe this episode?
Savage.
Savage? Well, I would say this episode is...
That word?
But I would say this episode is... I would say it's honestly, I'd say it's very uncomfortable, I'd say. Because just watching Mabel not want to be there, and this 10-year-old is trying to love up to her. It's very weird, and I honestly, this is my least favorite episode yet.
I mean, I didn't think it was as an episode. I didn't think it was bad. I just when I'm saying bad episode, I mean there wasn't enough things going on and stuff like that.
It wasn't as mythical and creative as I would like it to be. There were no monsters. It was a 10-year-old kid with magical powers.
I agree, but there was a lot that led up to the magical kid with magical powers.
I guess so. I wouldn't say, honestly, we get introduced to Gideon, and we learn that he has journal too, but I don't think that this episode is up there for me. I don't like it, honestly. Okay, then. So this is a very short thoughts and feelings. Actually, Maya, what do you think about it?
I mean, I'd say it definitely wasn't my favorite episode, but it definitely wasn't my least favorite episode like you said. It was somewhere in the middle, honestly. I don't think it was, as you said, it wasn't as creative as some of the other ones, but it also bad. Like there were certain parts that got me like into it, and certain parts where I was like, "What just happened?"
Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay then. So what do you think that this means for the plot?
I mean, with the second journal, that's stuff.
Yes. All right. So are you guys ready to go on to trivia?
Yep.
Or just to let you know, I took a bunch of notes. So.
Okay.
All right then. Here we go. So it's trivia time. I will go first, and then Arissa, and then Maya. Okay?
Mhm.
Okay then. So at the beginning of the episode, what are they watching?
It's like tiger arm. Tiger.
Yeah, tiger arm dude.
That's incorrect. It's actually Tiger Fist.
Tiger fist. We were close.
Yeah, you were. Yeah, you were. Not though. Anyways, yeah, you guys are close. Okay, and so, what was the name of the girl that the person in the ad liked?
What?
Like at the very end, like what does the code? What's the name of the person in the code?
It is
C.
Carla.
That's correct. Okay then, and so, what does Mabel pull out of her pocket when they find a way to convince Stan to let them go to the tent of telepathy?
A loophole.
That's correct. Okay then. So, what are the two predictions that not Mabel, that Gideon makes about the people in the crowd other than Mabel?
They've been here before.
Yep.
And she wishes her son calls more.
No. It was they've been here before, and they would say "aww" or something like that.
Maya, you're incorrect, and Arissa, you were actually correct.
Really?
Yeah,
Really?
he says you wish your son would call you more, and I sense that you've been here before. Cause Sheriff Blubs has a bunch of merchandise, remember?
I guess.
Okay, and so, yes, what did Mabel put all over her face?
Bedazzling jewel thing.
Yeah, jewels. Bedazzleness.
Yep, that's correct.
Bedazzleness. Is that a word? That's not a word.
Well, she makes it a word. She says, she bezazzled her face with rhinestones.
Yes.
Anyways, what animal does Dipper say Mabel looks like when she comes in with the makeover?
A rat.
No, it's not a rat.
Well, I know in the other episodes they've said that, or not in the other episodes, but last episode that Dipper said that she yawns like, or he. Oh no, that was Mabel.
The nails, yeah. What does he say the nails make her look like?
A wolf. That's a type of animal, right? A wolverine.
That's correct.
Wait, really?
Yeah, he said that she looks like a Wolverine with the nails.
That's actually kind of big brain, Alyssa. I almost called you Alyssa. So, okay, anyway.
Okay.
Continuing on.
Okay then, and so, where does Gideon take her at the beginning before they go on any dates?
The closet.
His dress-up
dressing room.
After that.
Huh? A restaurant? Like a French restaurant?
Before that.
The roof.
Of the roof of where?
His family.
His factory.
Yeah, yep, that's correct. Okay, then. What is the name of the waiter?
Oh, I have no clue that one.
French
Fred.
something. French
His
fries.
name.
The French fries?
No. It's not French fries.
We have so many bloopers.
The name of the waiter is Jean-Luc.
Oh.
Okay, then. So, what does Seuss come up with for their ship name?
There were like 3 different options.
Yeah, I'll take any.
Giddy Bell. Giddy. There's a weird one. It was like
Gibble?
Did you say Gibble?
I don't know.
Gibbeling.
No, it's not Gibble.
Mab.
Mag?
Is Gibby Bell.
Gibbabell? It is yeah, you're right. It's Giddy Able. Okay, then. So it turns out that while I wasn't paying attention, the audio had actually cut out, which means that all of the rest of the trivia questions were just gone. So I'm sorry, we didn't redo it. So we're just gonna skip to the next segment. Sorry, guys. Okay, guys, sorry about that. I think our footage got cut out. So that's kind of the end of trivia for there. But so it's on to the book segment. Are you guys ready? Okay then, so here we are. This creep named Gideon Gleeful, and this creep is named Gideon Gleeful, and he runs a rival tourist trap called a Tent of Telepathy. He's a fake, just like my grunkle, but he's way more dangerous because people actually find him charming, including my sister Mabel. It's the classic story: boy meets girl, boy loses girl, boy tries to murder girl's brother. Obviously, we defeated him. This creep. The hair. Why is it so high? Why is it so white? This kid's like 10 years old. Does he dye it that color? And then eyes. There's no soul behind these eyes. Just unending evil. This little pig nose is hilarious. And then the amulet. This amulet was no joke. Where did he get it? It gives the wearer telekinesis and a general folksy vibe. Luckily, Mabel smashed it. He smells like a combination of baby powder, aftershave, and marshmallows. I gotta admit, this suit is pretty sharp. He swore eternal revenge on us or something like that, but seriously, how scared should we be of the world's palest 10-year-old? Forgetting his name now.
Guys, are we sure that he's the world's palest 10-year-old? And are we sure that it's not Leo?
Okay then, and now it's on to the final segment before the end. Now it's on to the responses from our past videos. Alright, so this is from somebody named Monica. Oh my gosh, your podcast is great. I grew up with Gravity Falls, and seeing you guys watching it and pointing out the details just warms my heart. It's been a dead show for so long, and I'm so happy to see people still watching it and appreciating it. Thank you, Monica. Thank you. Alright, Arissa?
That was so sweet. Anyways, you got bad Wi-Fi 1722 said, oh my gosh, another episode. Can't wait to watch it.
And then we had one Spotify comment. I'm not going to read it just because it doesn't really relate to the podcast. But
I think it's EL. I think it's EL.
EL, yeah. Commented. So
thank you guys
all for commenting.
Yeah,
and
we really appreciate the comments.
Today's episode.
Yeah, but we really appreciate the comments. You can comment on YouTube or on Spotify. Any comments would help at all. So thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you next time.
Yep, have a great day.
Bye. 4, 3, 2, 1. What's up, music? Oh my god! My